Hello, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of Sock Talks with Joy and Sean. Happy Thanksgiving week.
That needs to be prompting talks
I know, yeah,
because that's usually what we're doing. We were talking about, I don't know, what's on your mind? Boom, prompting talks.
yeah.
Yes, happy Thanksgiving.
That's not right. We're gonna continue. What the
Yep.
heck? So anyway, so hey, happy Thanksgiving to you, Sean, this week.
Yes, you too.
Yeah, and everybody out there in Promptings world, we hope you have a wonderful day. And and I'll tell you, it's not about the day, of course, but it certainly is a day of gratitude. And we have been talking about gratitude all month long. This is the month of gratitude. And I don't know about you, Sean, but I think all of my customers, I got my big mailings out this week or for actually I got them out last week for everybody, just because I think this is the time to do it, you know?
I did Thanksgiving cards, so I did it a couple weeks ago. Should have landed last week.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and I
Yeah.
upgraded the paper.
Huh?
I did an upgrade on the paper,
Oh,
which I
that's
don't
cool.
normally do. And
Mm-hmm.
you know what? I'm going to do that. And everybody knows I do Christmas cards with Facebook photos of them, not me. And I think I'm going to do that with the Christmas cards too. Do the
Yeah.
pearl or the set, upgrade the paper. It's 50 cents.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
Well, that's cool. That's
yeah,
cool. So,
yeah.
well, listen, in the midst of all this, of course, we're talking to people and we're talking about the 10 card challenge that's out there. Is that being our landing? I would say our landing, our beginning for somebody to look at the site. But I think we're all going through this transition of how do we get to there when somebody wants to see over here.
Oh, do it. No. Well, and we were talking earlier the Saturday training when the Zoom and the role play and how people showed people how to send cards. And my initial thought was, everybody's got a little bit of different style. That's pretty cool. And then I don't think this is any. We were on a call with Cody, and he's like, "Well, we need to make this simpler, and duplicate. I think duplicatable
Yeah.
is what you have to keep in
Simple
mind.
duplication.
Where how many times are you doing an hour Zoom? And it doesn't take that long to send a card, but you're talking and or you're meeting somebody somewhere at a coffee shop to show them how to send a card.
Hmm.
Where if you send, you know, this week, what are you thankful for? I did my video today on the beat. What are you thankful for? Who are you thankful for? Ask that to everybody you meet this week and you have a conversation with. And when they start naming stuff off, say, "Man, do you have 10 people you'd be thankful for? Let me send you something. And why don't you join me in this 10 card challenge? It's 10 card gratitude challenge, whatever you want to call it." And people people figure apps out all day long.
Hmm.
So to think that you have to sit with them to show them. I mean, some might have questions, and that's okay. But that's your initial. If they say no to that, then don't waste your time chasing them. To try to get them to send a card or to do something, because we all know there's millions and millions of people out there that will take this viral. That the 10 card challenge is what will take promptings and send out cards viral. No doubt. No doubt.
So, so what you're saying is when you're talking to somebody about it and you ask if they have 10 people they're grateful for and they say, I don't know, you're going to say, okay, see you, bye.
Dumbass. No. Really? And I'll be the jokester. Really? 10 people you can't say you can't think of 10 people to send a card to say thankful. But you know what? It might I won't totally 100% discard them, but if they say a snarky comment like, I don't have 10 people to, are they really our people?
Hmm.
And then the other side of me thinks, well, if they send some cards, maybe they would be our people.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, exactly.
let me change. Oh, I love a challenge. Um, so I think you need to put your efforts into asking the question, do you have 10 people that you can say thankful for, that you're grateful for, and lead with that 100% of the time. You're going to have your offshoots that you're going to have to meet with them to maybe walk them through sending their first card. But
Hmm.
that's not what's going to take your business viral.
Hmm.
The simplicity of sharing the send out cards challenge. And in my BNI group, it's going to be my ask through the end of the year and maybe always until everybody does it. I want all my members to do the 10 card challenge because I think no. I know as they send those 10 cards, they're gonna have some aha moments like, oh my God, you know who would love this? Great. That's a great referral for me.
Mm-hmm.
Then then when they talk to them, man, I found this thing, it was so cool, it made me feel great. Then it's a feeling. It's not like, hey, I got some guy to help you with follow-up. So that and that's easy so I shared it with like we had our B2B power team after the meeting. I had 6 or 7 people. I said, send me a text, my on my list, that's my cell, send me a text, yes, and I'll turn around and send you the 10 card challenge. And I think I had 7 people during the meeting text me, and then we had our B2B, and they said, can you send us the link that we can share? Sure. So think if you've got a whatever your BNI group, there's 20, and they can. What if they each shared the link a week? That's 20 a week, and say half of the people join. That's 10. That's 500 for the year, and
Mm-hmm.
that'll grow. So I think there's always going to be that instance where you're going to do the old "let me walk you through sending a card" or having a conversation about it.
Mm-hmm.
But lead with the 10 card challenge, and you know me, I've always been a walk them through sending a card, walk them through sending a card, but it's now send them the 10 card challenge, send them the 10 card challenge. Like, so, how about you?
So what about this, Sean? You have somebody that says, "Hey, tell me about send out cards," and you sit down with them. Now, I know one of the things I do very religiously is like, when they want to see that, of course, I want to show them, but I'm going to ask them. I ask a lot of questions. It's like, okay, so you're intrigued by this. What has caught your attention on this, kind of thing. How do you find yourself wanting to use this? Finding out what they want, finding out what they want so you can better direct them. Now, does that mean you don't start with the 10 card challenge on top of that at the beginning of that? No, I don't think so at all. But it's obviously a bridging a gap that we're all kind of working ourselves through. But I know that if somebody says to me, that they want to have, I've got 100 clients and I want to send them all a Christmas card, I'm going to take them to the pack.
Right.
No, I'm gonna take it to that
Right. If
pack.
somebody asks a specific,
This is where you're at. And in fact, I had that happen today. I had somebody notify me today and said, "Hey, where do I stand?" He has an account, and but he says, "Where do I stand on my cards?" He said, "I do want to do my holiday cards." And I said, "Well, I know you've used up what you had before." I said, "How many holiday cards are you looking to send?" And he said 100. And he said 100 or maybe under 100. I said, okay, are you planning to send, Easter cards? These are all personal. He's retired now. He was an
okay.
Aflac person, but he's kind of retired
Oh,
now.
okay.
And I said, are you planning to do an Easter mailing with those beautiful grandkids? Because you're always taking pictures of them, kind of thing. And he said, no, I don't think so at this time. I said, well, then this 100 card pack's what you want. He said, that's what I want.
So
Kind
I think you're going to have those, especially if somebody knows about it or they've heard you talk or they've used it in the past.
of.
But I would Affleck just joined BNI Group, met with them last week because that's what I did, and walked him through sending a card. And then I said, just do the 10 card challenge. Hey, $20, yeah, sure. So he was flying, and he goes, I'm going to miss this week. I'm flying out to San Francisco to go to the San Francisco Buccaneers game with a buddy, and then bringing the red eye back, flying the red eye back on Sunday. Friday, Saturday, I get an email from him. Hey, the guy I'm with, I showed him the card. He got the tickets from the coach's wife. So he's in a different sphere. He goes, I showed my buddy the card I sent, and I think he said something like his mom used to do send out cards for him or for his business or whatever, but he doesn't have an account. It's a done deal. Just call him. But it was a 10 card challenge, and he's showing the card. I mean, that's the impact that we're going to have with this, I think.
Yeah.
And you're right. I mean, you're going to have people like, hey, I did it a while ago. How's it work now? And but again,
Yeah.
I met a realtor. Somebody brought a realtor on Friday to my BNI group. Got introduced. What do you do? Prompting, blah blah blah. I'd love to hear about that. I said, you know what? We have a 10 card challenge. I'd love for you to just take this, and then we'll meet. And then I really want to hear how you want to use it. So I led with it.
Perfect.
So it's just I think you're wording, but you have and don't overcomplicate the introduction to it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, would I think Jordan put something out with his last company was, hey, would you do me a favor?
Mhm,
So depending on how well you know somebody versus
mhm,
if it's a first introduction, um, but get comfortable with how you're going to introduce it. But I would keep the introduction the same. Like, hey, man, do you know 10 people that you're grateful for? You
mhm.
know, love for you to
Okay,
jump on
so
this
in
first.
my situation today, I could have followed up with it. No, I still can, but follow up with it like, hey, do you know 10 people that you
I would have
could
probably added,
gratitude right now?
let's get your cards done, Christmas cards done. But yeah, you just
Yeah.
retired. How many people had an impact on your work career?
Hmm.
Are there 10 that you really maybe you haven't said thank you to or you're grateful for? Try
Yeah.
this because that card is different than the Christmas card. Than
Right.
doing one card to
Right.
100 people, and maybe
Well,
he jumps on a subscription.
yeah. Well, here's the interesting thing too. He plays Santa. And so I'm sitting there, I'm thinking to myself as we're talking here, it's like, wow, every facility that invites him in, everybody who has asked him to come and, sit here on a Saturday afternoon or whatever for kids, that is a heartfelt thank you card,
Absolutely.
you
And
know?
probably have some great pictures.
Yeah,
Playing
yeah,
Santa.
exactly, exactly. So yeah, so hey, that's just, talking through this has kind of helped me too, because we've got to get through. There's two things that we need to do when we're presenting anymore. Is number one, find out what they want and go to that. It doesn't have to be a whole drawn out show you everything here. This is everything that we have, but kind of listen to your customer and see where they're at. But make sure either at the beginning or at the end that you add the 10 card challenge.
And if you're leading with the 10 card challenge, the least you do after you send them the link, the better.
Yeah, exactly.
Because then it's an easy transition on, I get paid to do this. What do you do? What did I just do with you? You sent me a link. Did you figure it out? Yeah. All we do.
Hmm.
That's
Hmm.
all we do. Now, we do follow up and, obviously marketing's helping us with that, but after they send their 20 or their 10 cards, you're following up and what you think and how do you want to use it and let me plug you into the right way. But you don't have to go into, let me show you how to send a card. Take them right to pricing. Once that could be a quick conversation.
Hmm.
So,
Yeah. Yeah.
all
So
right.
simplicity is the name of the game.
So, thank our
And
challenge
yep.
and thank you. And thank you for, we've been on for 3 years.
Yes,
So,
it's been 3 years.
Um, but
Wow.
thankful that the people that do walk. I met somebody. I had my 7 o'clock in the morning. I had a guy that was in Spain, and he's a rocker. He was in a heavy metal band, a Norwegian heavy metal band in the '80s. But toured the United States and got introduced to. He's a send out cards person, but just wanted to. I've never been able to grow the business, so we just had a Zoom and. He's like, I watched your videos. I'm like, with Joy and I? Oh, cool. So we're international.
I know. Yeah, it is funny. I know a lot of you
Got some people in
love
Spain watching us.
love watching our videos, and we don't always hear about it, do we, Sean?
That's okay. We know,
It's okay.
it's
Hey,
like it's
we
like
wouldn't.
being philanthropic and not telling anybody that's the way you're supposed to do it.
I know. Yeah, yeah. Oh, see, I lost my train of thought. It's like it's not that we thrive on that. It's just we want to know that we're making a difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And if we're still here, so if we
And
weren't
tell
making
us what
a
you're
difference, they
thankful
would be
for in the
kicking us off.
comments and it's not Joy and Sean. What are you truly thankful for? Yeah, this is a plug. Go ahead, put our names in there.
No, 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 no. No, we don't need your cards. We don't
No.
need your
But
cards, your
what are you
gift, that
thankful
kind of
for?
stuff. Even though
What do you
Sean likes salted caramels,
sea salt caramels? Yep, absolutely.
sea
Haven't
salt
gotten any in a long
caramels.
time. So,
But anyways, but
all
no,
right.
we're glad. But yeah, thank you all for listening and keeping us on here, and we do enjoy it.
Yep, absolutely.
So happy Thanksgiving,
All right, you
everybody.
too.
Sean, take care. Bye
All right.
bye.
Bye, Joy.